It is 8:26. Good morning on this cloudy start to the day, but mild, 6 degrees right now in the nation's capital. Well, the cities are hundreds of thousands of miles apart, but are forever connected through an act of generosity. The Capstone Elementary School in Kenya, built and funded through the generous donations of families right here in the capital, needs your help to make a simple dream reality. The man behind the Kenyan project joins us this morning, Reverend Joseph Kiirya. Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning, Annette.
Tell us first about how this school came to be and how you got involved.
Someone visited here from Kenya, and he was looking for support for a community school that he had built in Kenya. He needed people who would help him move the school forward. He ideally established this school with his wife in response to a community need. And so when he came here and he told me about what he was doing, I immediately mobilized my congregation and my friends, and we figured out a way we can support him. And so we've been supporting him over the last 3 years with from our congregation and the generous donation of some Canadians.
To keep the school going, it has 300 students, as I understand, and it's very successful.
The school has 300 students. Ideally, for the 3 years we've been sending money, I had never had a chance to go and see the school. So at the beginning of this year, I traveled to Kenya and said, why don't I go and see what is happening on the ground? Because
with the money you're raising.
With the money that we are raising. Because history has been that sometimes money is sent for projects in Africa and other developing countries and nothing is done. So I said, let me go and see for myself so I can come and give account to the people who are always supporting this project.
What do you think?
But when I went there, I was blown away by what I saw. 300 elementary school kids, all of them between the age of 6 to 12. The school is built, their staff, and this man, Julius, and his wife, Mabel, are very actively involved in the administration of the school. So I was very impressed by how much they have been able to do with the little we've given to them.
But you did notice a gap. You did notice there was a problem. And what was that?
The biggest problem I saw, I mean, there are always many problems.
Sure.
When you go to a place like this, a lot of needs. And I have a philosophy that says you cannot do everything, but anything you do, you've done something.
That's true.
And so what I saw was they had a well for the kids to draw water. And this well was one well serving 300 kids. They drew this water manually out of the well. I was not sure that the well was safe. The water was clean. Besides, the process of drawing the water from the well for 300 children was very, very cumbersome. So I thought that if I could come back and speak to friends, speak to the congregation, speak to Canadians, and we do something about this problem, it would be something that would make a big difference to these kids.
So now your new mission is you're educating children in Kenya with the money you've started sending over, and now you want them to have clean water. You ensure they want to get clean water. So how much money do you have to raise? How far have you come, and to get a system in place so that they can have clean water?
Ideally, what we need is a solar power water pump, a solar-powered water pump to draw water out of the well for the kids. And also we need a water purification system. Both of these two equipment in Africa will cost us $20,000 plus installation.
And how much of the good people of Ottawa and your congregation already raised towards that goal?
We are past the halfway mark, so we're doing very well. And I'm planning to travel myself sometime next week with whatever I have to make sure that we stretch it the best way we can to have this project implemented.
Just finally, aside from funds, what else do you need to keep this going?
Ideally, aside from funds, it would be nice if I can have some Canadians who are willing to go to Kenya to meet these kids and do some volunteer work in the school. People with teaching skills, people with medical skills, they can provide medical checkups for these kids. People who have computer literacy, I mean, to provide computer literacy. Any skill that you have available can go a long way in Kenya. And that's why I'm going next week to provide the best I can with the few skills that I have.
All right. Well, Reverend Kiirya, thank you very much for joining us on this morning. And I know the good people of Ottawa are going to help you meet that $20,000 goal so you can get a proper water system for that school in Kenya. Thanks so much for this.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
All right, time now for our check on the top stories of the day. Let's head over to Tricia Owen.